Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up Flutter on a Linux based machine. I'm on Ubuntu. You could be on some other Linux based machine if you want to. If you are interested in setting up on Windows or Mac, feel free to check those videos out. I've made them as well. So the first thing you want to do is open up a web browser, go to Google and literally search for Flutter. Go to Flutter.io link. I'll provide links to everything so you don't have to manually type if you don't want to. Go to get started, select your operating system, which is Linux. Scroll down, click this button right here. This will download the Flutter file. Don't cancel it like the way I'm going to. I'm simply cancelling it because I've already got it downloaded. Next thing we want to download is Android Studio, which we can scroll down and just click on here and click that. I have read and agree. Download. This will take a little longer because it's over a gig. And I'm going to cancel that again just because I've already got it downloaded. That's the only reason I've cancelled it, just to save time. Now we're all done with the web browser. What we can do is open up our download directory. And this studio is the Android Studio file. Yours will be named something like Android Studio. I renamed it to Studio. Same with Flutter as well. Flutter will be named with like the version name, etc. It's just easier to name it Flutter and Studio just because, you know, when we're dealing with it in the terminal shortly, it's just, well, a lot easier to type Flutter in compared to Flutter, you know, underscore Linux, underscore version, you know, whatever it is. So open up your terminal. If you don't have it there, you can go to all application and you'll be there somewhere. And open up your terminal. And what you want to do is cd to the download directory. I like to just drag over a file if I don't have the folder there and just do that. You can also right click and open in terminal as well. So from here, we need to unzip our Flutter folder. We can do that by doing sorry. We need to put tar xf and we need to put flutter.tar.xz, and as you can see, a Flutter folder has been created. We've got to wait. It won't take very long at all. And we've got to wait any moment now. It will be successful. So once you get back to this where you can enter another command, that means it's done. So what you want to do now is copy this, copy that, and put it somewhere where you are happy with to have it as a permanent, folder and permanent, framework. I put mine in the documents folder. I create a folder called development, and I've already got it there because I set it up before this video just to, get the steps all nailed down and just paste it. I've already got it done, so I'm not going to redo that. So once you've done that, what we want to do is now add it to our path. And we can do that by going to the home directory, and in here you'll have a file called .bash_profile. If you don't actually have this particular file, then let's create it and make sure it's called .bash_profile. There's no file name, it just has an extension of .bash_profile. Open this in some form of text editor, and what you need to do is put export space path equals quotation marks $path : and here is where you put the path to Flutter bin. So you'll need to put this folder here. You can right click, go to properties, just copy that, and that will paste the folder -1 directory. So you just put /bin, and that's the only difference that you'll see, compared to mine, is this directory will slightly differ because you'll probably have a different username. You might not put in documents or the development folder, but apart from that, it's the same. End it with a double quotation marks, save it, and now what we need to do is actually run the file in the command line. So we can run that by it's pretty simple to run it. And we go back to our home, and we just literally drag that on here. But we want to navigate to the directory. Sorry, we want to do cd and we can just drag this on. So navigate to this directory and do /bash_profile. Why is this not running? Why is it not running? Oh, sorry. What you're meant to do is put source, then the file, and you could either do .bash profile or just drag it like this. That's what you're meant to do. Okay, now that's done it. If we were to do Flutter Doctor now, you'll run Flutter, and you'll say this is green. This should have a green tick for you. These two will most likely have a cross. That is fine. That's because we are going to set up Android Studio now. I've already got it set up. The connected device doesn't matter because we'll be using an emulator, which will obviously technically be connected later on. Also, if you have a device, you can plug that in, have it in development mode, and you can use that. If you got any questions regarding the process of that, feel free to pop me a message as well. So let's now set up Android Studio. So to set up Android Studio, what you want to do is go to your download directory and you want to unzip this file here. So to unzip the file, all you need to do is navigate to this directory. I'm just going to do it like this and type in unzip, then the name of the file, which is studio.zip. Click enter. I'm not going to click enter because I've already got the folder there, but once you click enter, you'll get this Android Studio folder. So once you've got this, you want to open this and go to bin, and you want to run the studio.sh file. We can run that by doing cd, dragging on bin, click enter, and now we just open the studio.sh file by doing ./studio.sh, and it will look. So this is how you launch up Android Studio. It is launching it up right now. You won't get this page straight away because it will actually bring up the setup wizard, because I've already installed it. So what you will want to do is just go through the setup wizard, keep everything as standard. It's pretty straightforward. Just keep clicking continue, accept anything that it asks for, and once you start, it gets to the part where it downloads and installs Android Studio. It will take a bit of time, so just be patient. You will also, once it is completed and Android Studio launches, you won't have this option that says start a new Flutter project. We need to set up Flutter. So go to configure, settings, go to plugins, and go to browse repositories, search for Flutter. As you can see here, it says install. On Flutter, mine doesn't have an install button. On your end, you will see an install button because you won't have installed it yet. So you just basically want to not click this install button, click the install button under Flutter. It'll ask you to accept it and make sure you ask you if you want to install Dart. Click yes for both. Once that's done, it'll say, do you want to restart the editor? That's fine. Click restart, click OK. Then it will restart it. And once it restarts it, start a new Flutter project will be there. And now we're actually ready to start a Flutter project. So click start, click Flutter application. Next, you want to specify a application name. You want to, if there is no Flutter SDK path and there's a little red warning saying can't find path, you just click on the three dots, go to wherever you put your Flutter folder, and literally just select the Flutter folder, click OK, and that's it. Select the project location where you're going to create your project and save it. I'm going to leave it on the desktop. Click next. All of this can remain as default because this is just a setup video. If you know what you're doing, feel free to modify these settings. Click finish. And this will create your Flutter project and launch up the Android Studio IDE, which will appear any moment now. So I can click close. And now what I'm going to do is just show you this project running. So as you can see, we've got no devices. I'm going to create a emulator. You can either click this button that says AVD Manager, or go to Tools and go to AVD Manager. Either one is fine. So click this and click Create Virtual Device. Select phone, TV, Wear OS, tablet, your choice. I'm going to select Pixel 2, click Next. If it says download, you can click download, but if you go to x86 images, because you will have installed an SDK by default when you installed Android Studio, you should have one in the x86 images right here. So you can just select that. If not, just click download on the latest one in the recommended section and go through the steps. But if you see it, select it, click next. And now what we want to do is go to emulated performance. You want to go to hardware, because this is just faster performance compared to the software. You can change these settings, but it's just pretty simple stuff. And in advanced settings, you can choose how much RAM it has by default, the SD card storage, whether it's a multi-core CPU, you can keep it by default, honestly. Click finish. Now, if you click the play button, and if you get any sort of error regarding this, it says grant user access to /dev kvm, then what you want to do is open up your terminal. You want to go to File, New Tab, because we don't want to overwrite what's happening there. When type in sudo apt install qemu-kvm and put in your password. Even if you can't see it, don't worry, it is being typed. And mine will probably be a little quicker than yours because I've already done this step before. You want to do sudo add user. And now you want to put your username. For me, it's Rohan. It is case sensitive, so bear that in mind. KVM. I'm already a member of it, so it's fine. And I just need to do sudo chown Rohan /dev/kvm. And now if I go back and I run it, as you can see, it's. I can close this down now. And we just need to wait for this to successfully launch. It basically looks like a phone. And any moment now, we'll get the home screen for our emulator. And then we can run the application. As you see, this has also changed. So it's basically like a phone. So we have, Google there. We've got, got the browser. So we can run it by literally clicking this play button. And as you'll see, it'll run any moment now. These steps, that says initializing Gradle, resolving dependencies, Gradle task, assemble, debug, these will most likely take a little longer for you because it is the first time you're doing it. The first time you do it, it does take a little bit longer, so just bear that in mind. And that's it. And now this default app just counts how many times we click this button, and that's it. That's all there is to setting up Flutter on a Linux-based machine so you can develop Flutter application for Android. If you have any questions about the KVM stuff, about Flutter, Android Studio, the Android SDK, or any parts of it, because I always find the setup stage for most frameworks is the most complex part, because frankly sometimes the documentation isn't that beginner friendly. Feel free to pop me a message and I will lend you a hand and I will help you set it up. As usual, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.